Hey guys, Coach Victor here, and in the last video of the Muay Thai 101 series, we're going to go over how to round kick. I think the round kick is going to be the technique that involves the most practice, and it's going to be one of those things that you're going to be always working on for the entirety of your Muay Thai career. It's okay to kind of like not feel confident with the technique at first, but with anything that we do here, with enough patience, practice, and persistence, you can have a really good round kick. So a couple of safety things first before we learn how to kick. I think it's really important that you start off everything just really slow and get the feel of the technique, okay? There's gonna be a few things that you wanna be aware of when you go and practice your round kick. Right? One of them being that we're kicking with the shin. When we learn how to kick in Muay Thai, specifically the round kick, that we're kicking with the shin, right? So we wanna learn to kick with the middle of the shin, but if you're just starting off, it's okay to be kicking with like the instep and maybe the top of your foot. Yet again, just don't kick hard. The most important thing is to get the movement, get the flow of the technique, and develop some finesse with it. The second thing is we want to avoid kicking with our toes. We want to learn to point our toes back. If you can see what my toes are doing, I'm curling my fingers back, my toes back. So what we do when we kick is we learn to lock our ankle, point our toes back. So the technique itself is sort of broken down to like 3 separate steps. Not because it's broken down to like 3 separate steps, that doesn't mean that you have to execute the steps in separate segments. When you go and execute the technique, you have to commit to all 3 movements and make it seamless from the initiation of the step to the execution of the technique and then back to your stance. So let's start off with the fight stance. If we're a right-handed fighter, orthodox fighter, that means our lead side is our left side, left arm, left leg. Our right side is our rear side, right arm, right leg. So here we are in the fight stance, hands up, chin down, legs shoulder width apart. I want to find my range, okay? I don't want to be too close to where like the kick gets smothered, nor too far to where I end up kicking with my toes. So how do we find our range? Lead hand, left hand, touches the bag. And I take 1 step back. 1 step back being right leg, left leg follows. If you watch our footwork video, you'd understand that forwards, backwards is considered 1 whole step. So when I go and I initiate the technique, the kick, I'm gonna take 1 full step in, and when I'm done, back to stance on the outside. Let's take a look at that. So we're here outside. We found our range, right? We're gonna kick with the right leg. Just a reminder, right? Safety first, lock your ankle, point your toes. We want to aim and kick with the middle of our shin. The first step is creating an angle to allow for the range of motion of the kick. When we kick, it goes around, okay? And I'm not just kicking at the target. I want to imagine myself kicking through the target. And when I step initially, I create space with my hip to allow for that range of motion, right? For that follow through. You're gonna have to learn what follow through means. Follow through means not kicking at the target, but kicking through it. If the target's at 12 o'clock and I'm at 6 o'clock, my left leg is gonna step out towards 11 o'clock. When I step on the ball of my foot because we're gonna pivot with the kick technique to follow through. When we pivot, right, that's gonna help me develop torque. A lot of times people kind of get confused as to what pivoting means, right? Pivoting on the ball of the foot. I also tell people to turn their heel towards where the kick is going, right? So first step, step. Second step, lift your leg. Third step, step, pivot, turn, return back to stance. So let's break that down. Step, lift your leg, kick, return. Step, lift your leg, kick, return. Now, right kick, right arm swings back. We swing our right arm to give us some balance and to also help us with the follow through of the technique. So let's break that down again. Find my range, step back. Left leg steps, 11 o'clock, ball of foot. Once we step, right, the initiation of the technique, we commit to the movement. Lock your ankle, point your toes. Try to kick with the shin. 5 cents, step, pivot, turn, return. The round kick. As you progress in your Muay Thai career, you're going to learn the importance of breathing. For right now, it's a very common thing that you kind of hold your breath with every strike. You want to learn to be able to exhale at the execution of the technique to allow for more power, for more force, and that's going to be another component of letting you follow through with your techniques. The second part of that is that it's going to help you sort of maintain your conditioning, right? Your cardiovascular endurance, so that you don't like gas out. So when you breathe, right, off of the kick, you want to learn to exhale at the strike. One more time. The round kick. The last detail I'm going to suggest in regards to the round kick is the trajectory of the actual kick, right? So we know that the round kick goes this way and we follow through. But at the same time, the leg comes up, over, and when you finish completing the technique, you want to be able to return back to your stance. So you want to follow that path back. Up, over, path back. The biggest mistake people make is that once they kick and they hear the sound and they feel the technique, is that they drop their leg forward. You want to be efficient with your movement. So once you step, turn, return, right? Back to stance. One more time. Now, the last thing I want to say is all these little things involve practice. Practice, practice, practice. If, when you first start, this is all you can get, that's fine. We're already 50% there. We want to be able to like sort of think big picture and whittle down to the details in a very safe and healthy manner. Try not to push yourself too hard, too fast. Try not to kick too damn hard, because you're just going to end up hurting yourself and probably just stop training overall. We don't want that. We want you to have a very fruitful, long-lasting Muay Thai career. All right, guys, so that's basically it for the round kick. If you're a southpaw, yet again, you just got to switch your stance. 5 stance being your right arm, right leg leads, left arm, left leg leads. And from 12 to 6, right, you just step out towards 1 o'clock and just commit the series of movements. Step, pivot, turn, return, back to stance. If you're watching this and you're not part of the Thai Boxing Institute and you enjoyed that video, you can help out the gym, help me out. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, hit that like. If you want to help us out further, you can add us on Instagram at the Thai Boxing Institute, or you can buy some merch, tbimerch.com. And if you're looking for some private training, some Muay Thai business consultation, coaching consultation, I offer a bunch of different services on our Patreon. If you want to go to patreon.com, Thai Boxing Institute, you can reach me at our Patreon. On that note, I just want to say thank you to all our patrons for your kindness, generosity, for all your support. Guys, thank you for believing in what we do here at the Thai Boxing Institute and what I do here, Coach Vic, to just help everyone out and spread the love of the sport. Thank you guys so much. Till next time, thank you for watching. Take care. Bye, guys.